Revoice Podcast Network. The mic is ours.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Common Talk, the podcast with common conversations and random outcomes. I'm your host, Gabriel, and let's get right into it. This week's question is, who are your top 5 favorite people all time? And today we are joined by
James. Before I give this list, there's just 2 important facts that people should know about me to make this list make sense. I'm Jewish, and I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. So my first number 1 person I'll put on my list would be Eli Wiesel. He wrote the book Night. It was my favorite book growing up, and I read it way too young for the contents in it. I read it as a 4th grader. My mom made me read it, and I read it like 6 times. My second person would be George R. R. Martin. That also is a really cool author. People should know Game of Thrones. I'm kind of a little bit of a nerd, so I like that book. I don't know. If we're doing fictional people, which we're not, but I'm just going to give her a shout out, Arya Stark. Shout out to her. But no, so that's my second. George R. R. Martin, those are my 2 authors. I'll put Tom Hanks because I kind of wanted to be him. I tried to be a child actor, but nobody liked me enough to get me on their shows as a kid. But should you talk or should I just keep going?
Dude, hey, you go do what you want to do, brother.
I'm used to ranting in the park, so this is perfect for me.
You just keep talking,
perfect, bet. So Tom Hanks, favorite movie by him is Forrest Gump. Also, I'm going to do my shout out to my fictional people. Forrest Gump would be my fictional, but we're talking real people. Tom Hanks, he's a great actor. He just has such charisma. Gotta give one for my Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Notorious RBG.
Notorious RBG.
She's a goat. She had a deal. Bro, think about her, bro. This little crippled old lady, because I know she suffered from something, and just old in general. And she was just out there falling asleep at all the speeches. I remember the Obama speech. And she's the most iconic lady, and I just love her. And so that was cool. And she's just a goat. In our community, every Jewish person I think loves RBG. But yeah, my last one. Shout out to bipolar. I really want to put Kanye as my 5th just because it's so controversial and I love a little controversy because I like rap. I want to put Lil Wayne, but to tie it all together, the bipolar, all of it, Kanye West.
All right. And everybody, we're joined by fellow media production student, Kendall.
Top 5 people all time. We're actually going to do this off the fly. I didn't even prep for this, so I'm going to start with my guy, Stuart Scott, RIP to the GOAT, one of the greatest sports commentators I've ever heard in my life.
Yep.
Yeah, Booyah, all of that. I remember watching that every morning before I went to school. Shout out Stuart Scott, man.
Great answer.
Number 2, I'm going to go with Kendrick Lamar, only because I'm a big music head. I could go with music people all day. I could probably say 5 music people right now. But I'm going to say Kendrick Lamar just because Good Kid, Mad City was the album that got me even more into hip-hop than I already was. And it was one of my favorite, it still is one of my favorite albums of all time. Number 3, what are we going with number 3, man? Oh, let's go with my guy, Christopher Nolan. I don't know why that's the first person that came to my head, but
that's a good choice,
Interstellar is one of the greatest movies I've seen. I rewatched it recently, and that amazing movie. Love it. Great director. Yeah. I'm a big movie guy, so we'll just say Christopher Nolan. Throw a little mix in there.
What's the best Christopher Nolan movie?
Interstellar is probably on my number 1 right now at the current moment. Second would be Inception.
That's the one I haven't seen yet. I need to see it.
You haven't seen Inception?
I need to watch it.
Bro, great movie. You'll enjoy that.
What's it about?
It's a sci-fi thriller similar to, I wouldn't even say similar to Interstellar, but it's a sci-fi type of thriller. It's based on going into people's subconscious memories and altering reality through those memories. It's a lot going on. It's crazy though, the way it all folds in together, why they're doing it, you know what I'm saying, things like that. So Inception is super cool. There's a lot of crazy concepts and it's kind of like a mind bender. 3, it's a toss up between The Dark Knight and Tenet, just because second time I watched Tenet, everything started clicking for me. I think that movie's great. And I love when I can watch movies by directors and other filmmakers or whatever, where it's you can tell this is a concept, an idea, a storyline that they were super passionate about, and this is they just really wanted to put out a story that they genuinely enjoyed. Many people probably don't like Tenet. A lot of there's so many mixed reviews about it, but I have nothing but respect for someone that just wants to make a movie that they want to make. So, and I ended up enjoying it. So shout out Tenet.
Respect it.
Number 4 and 5. What am I gonna do for 4 and 5? Let's go with Kevin Durant. I became a OKC Thunder basketball fan watching Kevin Durant grow up. Number five. I'm going with Lionel Messi. Number 5 is Lionel Messi. Because I'm a big soccer fan as well, y'all. I played soccer all my life until I came to college, and I had his cleats. I still have them, actually. And I wanted to play just like him because I was short. I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't jump up over people like he could as well because he's short. So yeah, those similarities and stuff. And like, I was fast, so I wanted to like model like the way I moved. Like, I had to be quick. Like, I wanted to model my stuff after that. So yeah, so those are my top 5 probably.
Any honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions? Let's go with my girl Abby, man. Let's go with my girl Abby. Even though she didn't pull up to the art show though, I'm gonna get on her for that later. Sorry, nah. Abby's about to hold it down actually for one of my films I'm gonna shoot. She doesn't know it yet, but she's gonna hold it down for me.
What kind of film are you shooting?
A Murder Gone Wrong.
Oh, okay.
Whatever you're thinking of, that's the best way I can give without giving away too much.
Hell yeah. Now we're joined by a friend of the show,
Nia. Number 1, coming in hot. My mom. My mom was a single mom. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. So number 1 was
number 1, coming in hot. My mom. She's a single mom, raised me by herself. I'm basically her clone. Number 2, Danny DeVito. Because we're the exact same height. I'm 4'10 and a half, and Danny DeVito happens to be exactly 4'10 and a half as well.
Wait, I didn't realize Danny DeVito was that short.
I know, me either.
That's crazy.
He's a little man. We'd make eye contact. We would like look at each other dead in the eyes if we stood side by side. Then number 3 is, my professor would be really proud. It's this psychologist named Dr. Oliver Sacks.
Oliver Sacks?
If you really brilliant dude. He's probably number 3. Okay, number 4, probably Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean, okay.
Because he was his music really kind of like established my like love for music. I know everybody loves music, but like usually there's like one artist that really kind of like slaps you in the face and you're like, wow, I really love music.
Yeah.
And Frank Ocean was that for me. And then
number 5 on your list.
Number 5. You know what? Shouts out to Cindy Thornton, Abby's mom.
Woo!
My girl.
We love moms.
We love Abby's mom. She was my 4th grade teacher, and she was probably like one of the best elementary, middle school teachers I ever had. So caring, so loving, and really like she like established my like love for like reading and stuff that I didn't realize I still had. I thought I hated it for a really long time, but I still love to read.
So Abby's mom was like all-time favorite teacher?
Yeah, for sure. She had lovely incentives. She would like ask us fun questions and be throwing candy across the room. Abby was actually in that class with us, so it was really funny because she'd be like, "Mom!" and she'd like go behind her desk and like grab her like.
Hey, saxophone man's getting into it.
He really getting into it. But yeah, Abby's mom, she was the best teacher I ever had. Still to this day.
Beautiful. Now we are joined back here on Common Talk with Logan, and we're asking who his top 5 people of all time are.
I'd say my top 5, one would have to be Jesus.
Jesus? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's like, has to be number 1.
Yeah.
2, I'd probably say, is it like most influential or
Anybody.
just anybody? I'd say my grandpa at number 2.
That's hell yeah.
3, definitely MLK.
MLK. Solid.
Sorry my grandfather's over MLK, but that's just how it is. 4, Dennis Rodman.
Oh yeah.
And then 5, I don't know.
What's your favorite Dennis Rodman story?
I just loved the hustle. I just loved the hustle by him.
How do you feel about his friendship with Kim Jong-un?
Dude, he's influential. Like, what can I say? He just can make friends with anyone. When you hustle that hard, you're like that. You can't be hated. And then 5, I don't know. I'd have to say Nia.
We have our former guest, Nia.
Yeah.
Why
we can go with Nia. She's a short queen. What can we say?
Okay.
I think that's good. That's a good on the spot list. That's a good one.
Well, I appreciate it, Logan. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Sweet. Thank you for tuning into Common Talk, the podcast with common conversations and random outcomes. I'm your host, Gabriel, and remember to like, comment, subscribe, and listen to our other podcasts on the Revoice Network.
Revoice Podcast Network. The mic is ours.